Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of On Sale Only. Today we're going to have a look at the third week of the summer sales. So let's get started. First off, we have Microsplat on sale, and I've covered this a couple of times. Microsplat is a terrain shader, and it allows you to do a lot more with your terrain than what you're used to, including terrain blending, adding decals, and much more. We have a couple of modules on sale, and I'll link them in the description. Definitely check this out because there's no better terrain shader than Microsplat. The first of many water systems you will see in this video is Suimono 2.1, and it's an impressive water system that actually has a lot of physics built in as well. Keep in mind it's only for default render pipeline. It supports an infinite ocean system, buoyance effects, and much more. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're on default render pipeline. Crest HDRP is the opposite. It's only for the high definition render pipeline. The built-in render pipeline version is completely free, by the way, and yes, it may lack a couple of the newer features, but it's still an incredibly good system for built-in, especially considering it's free. Now, Crest HDRP has a couple of newer features. So for one, it's visually visible in the actual editor, which makes it a lot easier to use. And it's basically an infinite water system that just looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, Crest is an ocean renderer, and I think it's quite important to highlight that because it really is intended for the ocean and not so much for things like lakes or rivers. So something to keep in mind once you start using this. KWS Water System is the newest of all of these water systems, and it's incredibly impressive. Honestly, I'm really impressed by this so far. There's still a lot in the pipeline in terms of developments, and I'm hoping that we'll see those things soon. Right now, it's also only for built-in render pipeline, but we will have URP and HDRP options soon if we were to believe the predictions for what will be released. So really interesting. I'm honestly really impressed by this one, and it's really a shame I can't use this in my HDRP project at the moment. So yeah, definitely have a look at this one. R.A.M 2019 is one of the many impressive assets released by Nature Manufacturer. It is a river spline system, so it's much more than just a pretty shader. It's a spline system for the terrain as well, and outside of creating rivers, you can actually use this to create roads as well. It's an incredibly easy to use and well crafted spline system, and incredibly impressive. Honestly, the predictions for what will be released. So really interesting. I'm honestly really impressed by this one, and it's really a shame I can't use this. World Streamer 2 is, well, pretty much all the name says. It's a streamer asset that allows you to render your scene in multiple pieces, allowing for much better performance. All of this streaming will happen on the background, so as a player, none of this will actually be visible, and it allows for much better performance with quite a lot of ease. So if you are creating this large open world, I definitely recommend having a look at this one. I've covered the Amplify Bundle pretty much in any sales video where it's on sale, and I will keep doing this as well. The Amplify Bundle honestly is amazing value. So we have Amplify Shader Editor, Imposters, and LUTs. And basically Shader Editor allows you to create shaders in a visual graph style. Now if you're already using Shader Graph, you can expand Shader Graph with Amplify Shader Editor as well, allowing for much more detail. Then Amplify Imposters is basically a system that allows you to replace LODs with simple but really impressive looking billboards. Really simply put. Obviously this will greatly improve performance, and there's quite a lot of support for Amplify Imposters by other assets as well, so definitely worth having a look at. And LUTs, quite simply put, allows you to change the color grading of your scenes with incredible ease. So yeah, would definitely recommend this. iAdvance is an asset I've never covered before, and now that I started a more realistic project in HDRP, it's something that I picked up straight away. Because it's really difficult to render ice the right way, to not make it look too glassy, to not make it look too well, empty inside. And iAdvance is honestly an absolutely great solution, allowing to do this at several levels of complexity as well if you care about performance. And the results are quite simply put amazing. It looks really well, it performs really well, and if you are looking for a better solution than what you are currently using, I definitely recommend having a look at this one. Frank Climax is no stranger to my on sales videos. I cover his assets quite often. They are an incredibly impressive combination of loads of animations at incredible quality for really good prices, and that's what I like about these sets. So on sale right now we have the Fighter, Mage, and Fighting Set 3 set. I've used the Fighter set and the Fighting 3 set in my Brawler videos as well, so if you haven't seen those yet and you want to give that a try, I'm using a couple of these animations, so definitely worth looking into. Continuing with animations, we have Cover Rifle NMSet Pro, and what sets these animations apart is that we have the full cover rifle system animations as well. They look incredibly professional, like we're used to from this creator, and they're incredibly complete. So if you are creating the next cover style shooter, definitely check these ones out. And in the same trend, we have mocap rifle animations as well. I have a lot of animations from mocap online, and they simply look amazing. They're all mocap animations as well, which kind of does explain that. But I like that we have similar type animations for different types of weapons and styles. So yes, they are a bit pricier than what you might be used to, but well worth it in my opinion. So that's it for this week's on sale video. We'll be back next week for the new week of sales, and I'm curious to see what the theme will be. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.